I feel like Druid really wants his weapon, wants his minions. If you discard the wrong minion, you have a big problem.
Yeah, I agree.
Unless you play this in a token deck, where you play this, and you can basically play... The only problem is that in the token deck, your best cards are actually minions, right? It's the 4 mana 2/3 that spawns to Treants. Then you have the 0 mana 3/5 with Taunt, and then you have, because you play a Treant deck, the... What's it called? The other guy that costs 0, the Mulch Muncher.
But also, like, Kel'Thas is really good in the token deck, right? If you have so many spells, Kel'Thas is also good.
What is Kel'Thas?
But the new legendary, the 4/6. Because everything, depending on how much mana you have, costs less mana.
Yeah.
For example, the Bog Beam, and then Inner Veil, and then you deal 3 damage to a minion for 0, and then you play Kel'Thas.
Oh, Mulch Muncher rotates.
Quest Druid doesn't run many minions, right?
But those minions are really
Ysera, like, what do you do if you overdraw Ysera? You're like, see?
Well, I mean, you could say the same with Mage. What if you overdraw your Galaxy? Then you're also set, but you still run the card.
Yeah, but like, I feel like Druid like actually doesn't have a proper win condition after the set comes out if you overdraw your Ysera.
Maybe you... I mean, I don't even know, like...
You lose your Floop from rotation.
I was about to say you can play Nomi, but you can't play Floop anymore, right?
You can't play Floop, you can't play Nomi. Like, Floop rotates, Loti rotates. If you then overdraw Ysera, you're going to cry. I don't know, man. I don't think Fungal Fortune sees a lot of play, but I guess there could be token heavy deck.
I mean, that probably goes in one deck at one point, but for now, I don't know.
Next up, Iron Bark. Give a minion +1/+3 and taunt. +0 if you have at least 7 mana crystal. So what I see here is that, yeah?
This makes Kel'Thas just really good, doesn't it? Like, all those cards are pretty decent, even if they cost 2 mana. But Kel'Thas, you play it on 7, you always pop off.
You always pop off. Kel'Thas gets a lot of, like... The thing's like, what do you pop off with? What are you going to? Overflow and then Nomi?
Floris is gone. Nomi? I don't know, I haven't.
Wild Pyromance.
I mean, I guess you can still play Moonfire stuff and Maligos. You can just draw your deck, play Overflow, and then you
hit
play.
Him for 12.
I mean, I think that makes a deck. You have this guy, the 3 mana 3/5 dormant for 2 turns. When this awakens, reduce the cost of a random minion in your hand by 5. By the way, it happens before you draw.
I think that one might just be better than Floris. Because Floris was so hard to play.
Oh right, we have this now.
This you can plan ahead.
Ooh.
By the way, does that 5 mana, 0 mana 3/5, or when you play spells, stay in the deck for Druid?
Yeah, I think that was released together with the quest, right?
I mean, this just looks like a Maligos to me.
I mean, you can also reduce the new Aviana with it, which is pretty nice.
I think this is at least gonna make up for some testing and for some fun games at the start. Will it be good enough? Probably not. But I think it's
you
cool
can go
design.
and play. You can what? You can reduce the new Aviana, and then you can. We'd have to reduce a lot. It doesn't work.
Swipe, Starfire.
I mean, you can play in Prison Satyr. You can play that twice, and then either reduce. If you reduce your Maligos twice, you have AoE. It's fine, right?
Yeah, I like the Satyr. I think it's better than Floris, and Floris play in these decks.
No, I think Imprison Satyr, I liked it a lot.
Alright, so we have okay, we should go by mana. But I felt like it made sense to look at a bit different cards.
Yeah.
3 mana, 3 for a taunt, and it shuffles a 10 mana, 9/9
9/9, yeah.
9/9 taunt that spawns another 9/9 with taunt or rush.
So what do you get with the tier, with the druid quest
You get a
get,
9/9 with taunt and rush.
and rush? Okay.
I don't know.
Or a rush.
Yeah,
It's
you
not
have.
taunt and taunt
Well,
or
if you have
rush.
the quest, you get taunt and rush.
Oh.
That was the thing. You don't get the 2 9/9s.
You get 2 9/9s.
You don't.
One of them is the first body.
Well, yes. So you don't get 3 9/9s.
I don't know. That seems like not worth it in quest druid.
I feel like this card, like, I don't know, I don't want to play 10 mana card like this. I'd rather play King for
True.
like a 9/9 with taunt and a 9/9 with rush is like kind of nice. Because it
You
does
have to
keep your
play
opponent
this
from
shitty
smoking.
spider tank in advance.
And then you have to draw, I don't know. 9/9 is what I say to this card, and we move on.
9/9.
Bog Beam, 3 mana, deal 3 damage to a minion, cost 0 if you have at least 7 mana crystals.
Pock beam.
I mean, yeah, I think it's pretty Pog Beam when you like, when you have more than 7 mana crystals and you play a cycle heavy deck. This is insane, right?
You would play this even in quest druid right now, I would assume.
You just nourish and then you have like more removal cards.
You
in
nourish
the
and then you drop your taunts and you play this.
Like, this is just Druid gets mana cheat again. That's what
they even
Druid
get
was
like
looking
wait
for.
until you next see the card that comes up 2 after this. Okay, we had the Satyr, then okay, let's go right to Overgrowth. 4 mana, gain 2 empty mana crystals.
Why are we not looking at Germination?
Yeah,
We'll go back. We'll go back.
COVID-19.
Overgrowth.
Good. Overgrowth.
Like
2
now
mana,
that I saw
2 mana
these
Wild Growth
cards,
is way better, obviously. But
Like, Overgrowth just gets so good with those other cards.
you do this, and the turn after, you did the other cards are free, right?
That's what I'm saying. That's why you pop off with Kelters. You play these, you remove your opponent's stuff, and then you overflow.
I'm definitely
I mean,
gonna
the one
run Mali
question
Druid.
that I have is if this is like a deck like this is better than quest druid.
Exactly. And
Because last expansion, people were hyping up the Dragon Breath, like the new ramp spell, so much. It's like
You
the
can
most
play
insane
Dragon
card
Breath,
ever.
Dragon
And then
Breath
it just
into
ended
this.
up in a shitty aggro deck. So my question is if you play this over quest druid.
You play Dragon Breath into this, and then all the spells cost 0.
So we play in Big and Druid with this, is what you're saying.
No, not the Big Druid. Overflow Druid.
Well, that's the only Dragon Breath deck that saw play.
Yeah, sadly. I mean, I don't think you play Overgrowth in a Big Druid because it's too slow.
Yes.
You don't want to pass your first 3 turns. I feel like that's a bit.
Would you play Overgrowth in quest druid? No, right?
No.
Absolutely no.
So what? So it needs to be like a new archetype. And I don't know if any new archetype can survive. Like the reason quest druid is playable is because of the 5-drop.
I think
remove
Keltas
stuff and
Druids
get
will
the ball.
exist. I think Mali Druid actually exists.
I don't know if it's Maligos, but Keltas, some kind of Keltas deck / Maligos.
I think Mali is your win condition in the Keltas deck.
Okay.
Like I know you don't need it in
At
WoW
least-
because you have enough damage with other stuff, but there's gonna be some silly ass combo.
So
pretty
what
sure.
I was thinking is if you play like only a few good minions in your deck and then you have the druid side quest, you pull one out of your deck, then you just win the game.
That's true. Just play, yeah. But you need to spend 10 mana on minions.
Oh, how does that work with the dormant minion? If you pull it out of your deck, it's not dormant then, or is it?
It is. It is.
Huh.
Witchwood Piper. Dude, what the stuff that people play in Wild is actually completely insane. Alright, we have Germinations. I'm gonna copy of a friendly minion and give the copy taunt.
I didn't like this card at all, but now that I saw the reduced Malygos stuff, I kind of like it because it's in such a deck it should be better than Faceless. Because you
Yeah,
always want to hit the Malygos.
I feel like
So it's like a combo.
yeah, I think generally this is bad, but it goes in a combo deck, right? Like Elise is
That's
also
my
still in
new
the
one.
game, right? You can still like print 4 times of Orgoth. XW. Fucking Vino.
I mean, it's okay.
I
The
mean-
next turn you cast Starfire and see what happens.
Oh my god.
I mean, I want to play this deck.
Yeah, this looks
I-
fun.
Like I've only seen Demon Hunter so far, and the stuff that they showed on the reveal stream yesterday, and I thought all of it looked giga boring. But this one, I actually want to play. I want to like make some Malygos Keltas. It's not gonna work, Vino. I mean, you're probably right. But
What if you go coin Vargas into Overgrowth? I mean, Vargas should go in that deck as well. I think
Probably, yeah.
Pino has a point.
He tends to, yeah. Alright, you guys take the next.
Yeah.
You guys gotta get some water. Okay, talk about the Glowfly Swarm.
Glowfly Swarm. Summon a 2/2 Glowfly for each spell you have. Yikes.
So they are like, they want you to play a deck without minions. You have this, you have the 2-mana Discover spell from Druid from a previous expansion.
But isn't it just worse than Force of Nature most of the time if you're...
Well, in that deck you always have spells in hand, so
Yeah, but
it fills
if
the
you
board
pass-
with 2/2s, but
If you pass up to turn 5...
yeah, no.
This is second token.
Wait,
Druid, by the way.
wait a second. There was like a token druid in the past with wisps that barely ran any minions.
Yes,
So
but
you
it
ramp
had
up and then you play this with Force of Nature on 9?
But on coin you just played White Growth into Whispering Woods and the game was over.
No, the reason why this is good is because it's just another card that isn't shitty that activates your 4-drop, which is busted. So you can run less shitty cards, and you just run, like, all you want to do is, like, run your 4-drop anyway. Like, some early game plus 3-ins. The only problem with that deck is it loses the Mulch Muncher. Just like a big mana cheat, but this is pretty good in that deck. Because you have the Twin Spell. I mean, I know they're not 3-ins. It means they don't die to... They don't get buffed by the big tree, but I can actually see a 3 Endurance still work.
I always underestimated these token cards in the past, so I just want to say this card is good.
The good thing is about this is it can't get, like... They don't all get flicked with the other treants.
Okay, Boomer.
Okay, I mean, like, also you can't use a 5-mana spell to draw for free from them. The Glowflies. This card on average should be good. I would guess that you have about 3 spells. Does it count it? It doesn't count itself, right?
No.
Hmm.
I don't think it goes in Token Druid. I think it will be... I mean, not in Tree and Token Druid. I think this will be another Token Druid deck. Like a different archetype with less tree and synergy.
So you just played the Overgrowth into Keltas, a lot of spells, then you overflow, and then you play more spells into Glowfly Swarm. And then you play Soul of the Forest in the same
Yes.
time.
That's what I was thinking.
And
Like-
this happens once a year.
I mean,
Okay. Alright, next
there
up,
was
Mars
a deck
Hydra.
that worked like that.
7 mana 7/7 rush. After this attacks, add a random 8 cost minion to your hand.
Can you cheat this out somehow?
Exactly.
Yes. You play Overgrowth on 4.
Overgrowth on 4, then this into a random Tyrion. Okay. Seems
I
good.
think this is a good card.
I mean, Chad is right. The way this is gonna see play is evolve lucky. And you're gonna rage when the somebody evolves into.
Yeah. No, I think this is playable in your Druid deck, in your Ramp Druid deck.
Can you imagine Witching Hour? God damn it.
Which now
Vargo's Witching
rotates.
Hour? Yeah, but it rotates, yeah.
Okay, 9 mana 5/5. Something. Your spells cost 1.
Something, you draw your entire deck with Nourish and Overgrowth.
Yeah, you need to reduce this. So what you can do is you can play this guy, the Satire, and then you reduce this.
Or you pull it on the board with side quest.
Or you get it from side quest. I don't know. I don't see it though. I would rather put a Mardigos or something like
Can we go next?
that. Okay, cool. Agreed.
Yeah.
I think this
Hunter.
card is fancy, but not great.
Elbor. With a
Oh,
mighty
yes,
beard. 1 mana 2/1. That's what will give a beast in your hand +1/+1. That's a good stat line. With a good effect. And it seems good together with the 3 mana 4/3 guy that like duplicates a mini beast in your hand. But we already said it last time and then it was like completely unplayable.
My problem is that you don't have Master Scout anymore, and I think the 3 mana 4/3 is not good. But all these.
I think this is just a bad card, Elbow. Like, why would I play any other Hunter deck than Dragon Hunter? This
Exactly.
will go into Dragon Hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah, the weapon's too busted, right? 2 mana 5/4, dormant for 2 turns. When this awakens, attack a random enemy. Like, I'm interested in dormant cards that I played early, because there you actually don't lose that much tempo because your opponent just plays a 2-drop, right? This can go face randomly.
Smart.
That's actually pretty smart.
I wonder if Dragon Hunter would even play this.
No.
Probably not, no.
Not sure.
I think this card is. I don't know. I hate those dormant cards. I don't think they will see much play.
Like, I don't know. There's probably a dormant card I like them most of. Because it does something very aggressive when it comes online.
It triggers the freezing trap.
Like, I mean, of course I would rather coin like a 3/2 on 2 and then attack face with it twice. But this is just, like, if you coin this out, this is insane, right? On turn 3 it clears your opponent's minion, it can't be interacted with. And you have a good thing on board, and then from there on, like, this transitions very well into King Crush, I feel. What Hunter wants to do is just like clear the board somewhere around turn 4 or 5, have your opponent not come back, and then King Crush him in the face.
Oh. Also, that deck doesn't have too many 2-drops, so instead of hero powering, you drop this on 2. Then on turn 4, you grab the board.
Seems better than some of the other 2-drops I've seen.
Yeah, that's like the general problem. That's why I think the Demon Hunter weapon, for example, is good because we don't have 2-drops at all in the current game.
I feel like this card's fine. I think this card is actually going to see play. I think everything else that is dormant so far. I guess the Satire is good because you can play in a combo deck where you don't really care about 3 mana that you spend in the late game.
Sure.
Next.
Mm-hmm. 2 mana, when a friendly minion is attacked, summon a 3/3 card.
Secret.
You play the secret and you play Snip Snap. GG.
No, you don't play Snips.
Because Snip is not in the game anymore.
Snip
But I
Snap rotates.
still think this is good.
Yes.
Like
Well, yeah,
Hunter
'cause
has
Snip
so
Snap
many
came
must
later.
remove minions.
That's what I said before. Like, you don't really want to play the traps that you play right now. Like, Snake is okay, Freezing Trap is sometimes okay, but if you have another minion-oriented trap,
Yeah, board-centric trap is nice.
yeah.
So you pull this from your deck, right? And then they need to kill the 2/3.
And then
they're
it
dead.
spawns a 3/3 copy of the 2/3.
Yeah.
Be smart.
And this is exactly what I said. Hunter to be really broken or really good just needs another minion-based trap.
I thought Hunter needs another face-based trap because you have Snake right now, and what people usually do against snakes is they go face, and explosive is like a bad secret.
You would want to have Wandering Monster.
Yeah, something like Wandering Monster.
Bear trap.
Or Bear
Not
Trap.
really Bear Trap. I'd rather
Like-
have Wandering Monster.
This is like, now you have Snake Trap and this, people are just never gonna trigger them.
Yeah. But if you play
Decks
aggressive
that have
Hunter
to
deck,
trigger
right?
them, you win probably anyways against them.
I mean, if you play an aggressive deck without untargetable minions, right? They're going to have to trade with your minions.
So
I feel
Yeah.
like you just put this in your deck instead of the freezing traps that you have right now in the Dragon Hunter.
I think you play it instead of the Snake Trap.
No,
Okay, man, it used to run only freezing. Whatever.
Well, it's really meta depending. But I think this is a better secret than Snake Trap in that deck because you don't go white very often.
I think it's a good card. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, second up. 2 mana. Draw Beast, give it +3/+3. What do you think?
I don't think Hunter can take off turns. To draw cards. That's my problem.
Yeah, when Hunter's behind on board, let's the opponent like...
Unless it's Master's Call.
Unless it is Master's Call, it draws multiple cards that enables combos. Yes.
I mean, would Quest Hunter play this?
Like, what you could do is play. That would be the dream, right? Scavengers in however it's called, into augmented Pepega, buff it up, and then you play Mognatar Lion. And you rush it in, and then you deal a lot of damage to everything. But it's like a 3-turn setup.
I think Quest Hunter would play this card.
Quest Hunt is unplayable. They have no burst. Leroy is gone.
Oh, and they lose Spring Power as well. Yeah, okay. I mean, the card would have been playable now, I'd say, but
Yeah,
not
also with
anymore.
Master's Call, like those beasts would be insane.
Yeah, you get like a buffed lifesteal guy, buff it again.
Yeah, but also the 1/1 is gone, right? With Rush.
Spring
Spring
Power,
Gale has
yeah.
gone.
Yeah, no, I
But
skipped
probably
this
no.
card.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Hunter is just generally a skip.
I mean,
Except for Dragon
it
Hunter.
wants to be good. This wants to go together with this. 3 mana 2/4. That's what deals minions attack. That would
Yeah, that's what I just said.
randomly split among all enemies. Like if you get to pull that off, right, that into this, it's pretty good.
Oh, if that's your only beast in the deck?
Probably have to have 2 beasts in your deck.
So let's take Highlander Hunter. You have what beasts do you have in Highlander Hunter?
The guy that wants a secret from your deck.
Yeah,
And then
this one,
This
the
one.
augmented guy. And you probably find some other beasts that you can play.
You used to run the 1/1 rusher. Oh, you run the 3 mana 4/1 rush that draws another rush from you.
But
you
you don't
buff,
have
that's pretty
Ziliax
good.
anymore and Springpaw, so what rush cards can you even run?
We should have a look at that at the end. Because you can run
Oh, there's
that.
a new one here. The 3-drop and the 4-drop, they both
Oh,
are
the
rush.
4 mana 5/2.
Yeah, that's what I said. That would be the
lioness.
dream. That's what I said. You need to play the 2 mana spell, then you draw the augmented guy, and then you play the lion on it, and then you are ahead. But
Oh,
Hunter
okay.
doesn't have card draw.
What does this 3-drop shuffle into your deck?
No idea.
What do you mean, much 3?
The Apex Predator.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
The next
Oh.
card. Because like
It's
the
8 mana
augmented guy
4
is
for
different.
rush, summon 3 copies of this minion. So you get 8 mana 4/4 with rush.
What?
So you can draw that from your deck with this spell?
Like what I'm most excited about actually is to get to play the spell and then you draw the 3 mana 4/1 with rush and you rush that into something. Like 3 mana 7/4 with rush.
Wait, that's just enough, right? You play the spell, and then you play the legendary. If you don't have the legendary in hand, you will draw it with the spell. If you have the legendary in hand, you will draw the prime card from your deck, which is really good. Then it's like 8 mana 7/7 3 times with rush.
Seems okay, yeah.
So that's like a super light package that you can run, and then maybe like
I think
don't know,
you'd probably run. I think you probably run this card too. The lion card.
yeah.
4 mana
And the
5/2
augmented guy is.
rush.
And
Okay, I think the draw a beast is fine in like Highlander Hunter.
I also think you run the augmented guy because it just curves into the lion. I don't know.
Yes.
Just a good upside.
Do you
Probably
have
does.
some other death rattles that you wanna run in Hunter?
I mean, what's still in the deck is the one that draws a mech, but I don't think you run mechs.
No, because you don't have max.
Ooh. If you just have one good death rattle, then it's not worth to run the lion.
It's a 4 mana 5/2 with rush. Pretty sweet.
You can put it on the Predator as well.
I
Yeah.
think you can put it on the porcupine and you can put it on the predator, and I think that's enough.
Okay. Yeah. So you have like those 3 beasts, and then you have the draw beast spell. Seems good.
Yeah, and now you have the next card. 4 mana, deal 3 damage, give a random beast in your hand, +3/+3. And this is not good.
The art is so sweet. Oh my god.
No,
I don't like it.
probably not. I like it with the prime card, but it's so specific.
Yeah, I think so too. I think sometimes you play it and you don't have a beast in hand.
But it also can go face.
So, 4 mana, deal 3.
Cobra Shot also went face.
Okay, yeah, nah, this card is. I don't think Beast Hunter will be a thing. It's.
Oh. Yeah, 8 mana, summon 3 beasts from your head and hand. Beastmaster
Terrible but fun.
rocks. I mean, it's gonna make for some funny combos where you draw a King Crush, you duplicate the King Crush with a 3 mana 4/3, and then you play this, and then you charge somebody for 22.
Yeah, okay. Nah.
I mean, like, obviously that's not gonna work, but you're gonna see it on Sheldon a lot. There's no way this
Reminds me a
troll
bit
thing
of
that-
the priest legendary that's summoned like
Tulchin?
from your hand.
Or whatever, however she was called.
Also,
Okay.
like Hunter never has like many cards in hand, and then you play this, it summons your entire hand. They remove it, you're out of the game.
This card they would have never printed if Zul'jin was still in the game.
Oh boy, yeah.
Can you imagine this with Zul'jin?
Oh, rip Sulchin.
I don't know. My Zul'jin summoned a bunch of Huffers anyway.
These can go phase 2, by the way.
Yeah, it's good. I think it's good. It's a lot of stats.
Fine, right?
Like, it comes after your Dragon Queen.
Come on and slam, and welcome to Nagard. They have so many memes in these flavor tags.
Like, when you played Zul'jin, you wanted him to summon a board. That was the most important thing, and this always summons the board.
You
And
wanted to
those-
be able to rush the opponent's board down as well, right, with Zul'jin?
Yeah, this like does about the same.
There's also a
In
really
one
nice
card.
buff to Puzzle Box.
To Reno,
Oh my god, just imagine like Reno and first thing he casts is that thing. You're like, okay, whatever, guys.
poof
next
into
game.
this.
Poof into this.
I
Come
still
on
don't
and
think
slam.
Good
that Reno
mage card,
Mage or
yeah.
some stuff like this is playable.
Well, we'll see that now. Here's the mage class.
Here's the mage class. 1 mana, fill your hand with random mage spells at the end of your turn, discard them.
Rip Mountain Giant.
Yeah, you would just play this and then play Mountain Giant on 4. You'd be like, I don't care about my spells.
I don't like this card. Like, mage spells are kind of expensive, right?
I mean, I feel like this is the card you're not gonna play in your deck, but you're gonna discover it from Magic Trick in the turn where you pop off with Mana Cyclone anyway. But then the problem is your hand is full, right, and you don't get anything back from Mana
Oh.
Cyclone. Never mind.
No, wait, it's really good with the Mana Giant, right? So you do it in a Sork turn. This is your new Mana Cyclone.
Is Mana
Oh.
Cyclone out?
No, it's not, but
Okay.
this is like
This can
about the
work.
same as Mana Cyclone in your Sork turn. And
And then you
it's
play
just
Elemental
fast.
Allies and draw this card every time?
Yeah, okay. There's a deck. Like,
I think there's a deck as well. And I hope there's a deck because those cards look really flashy.
I mean, seems pretty memey, but I guess. I feel like you actually might not end up putting this in your deck, but you might just discover it from Magic Trick whenever it's good.
no, I think you put it in your deck.
Next up, discover a mage minion if your deck has no minions, keep all 3. I don't quite see it, honestly.
That you get from Magic Trick.
Like, you need something to Conjurer's Call, otherwise your deck doesn't.
That's how you
work
get
in this.
your second Sork, right?
I guess. That's actually true. I mean, I guess discovering a minion for 1 can actually be fine.
For 0.
Okay, Epic Smuggler. If you play a secret, discover a spell.
It's okay, right? And also cursed into the secret. It can't be unplayable for too long.
I feel like discover spell is not good enough of a mechanic. Like,
Does Mage get a new secret?
yes, they do.
Which one?
Netherwind Portal.
After your opponent casts a spell, summon a random forecast.
That's really good.
Is it?
I think so.
I'm undecided.
It's a tempo secret. Mage wants tempo secret.
No, Mage wants to play minions for 1 mana.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like the Epic Smuggler. Like, I feel like Discover a spell is not worth it for the secret. Like,
Probably not, but I think the card is still... Like, I don't know. I think it's a good card design.
yeah, but I don't think it ever sees play.
So
Okay.
turn 2 you play this, turn 3 you play Kirin Tormesh Secret. That's like the dream.
Mm-hmm. Think about how insanely bad this is compared to Arcanologist. And you don't even have the secret payoff cards that cost 0 mana anymore. Or Medivh Valet and shit like that. Your deck doesn't profit. I mean, you have the 2 mana. You have the 2 mana guy that deals 2 to everything when you have a secret. When you play a secret. And you have the 5 mana guy that shoots for 6 when you have a secret up. I don't know. Like, you discover mage spell, it doesn't seem like super good. Have you discovered
it's
mage?
not.
Like, have you played discard that discovers mage spells so far? I've not been super overwhelmed by that. I like personally cut the 2 mana 2 to discover mage spell.
Well,
my
mage spells get better, don't they?
Do they though? You lose Lunas and whatever. I mean, mage spells do get better when it goes back to an expansion, that's true. You could discover more of the basic stuff, which is good, but...
I think this card is it's like
Oh.
one of the better secret payoff cards.
2 mana
so far.
3/2, spell damage +1, Death Fiddle Shaman Solarian Prime, and that Prime Guard is 7 mana 7/7 with spell damage that casts 5 random mage spells. Targets enemies if possible.
Oh, that's a good.
Yeah, that's a huge
Good
upside.
thing.
The targets enemies if possible is basically like mage spells either draw you cards. This can also cast Puzzle Box, by the way.
I would like to say something about this card, but...
I mean, it generates cards and it clears the opponent board.
On average, yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's good enough. Also,
For
like the first body is like good and not like
It's
some
cheap.
of the others that are really slow.
Conjures on enemy minions 5 times, kick W.
Oh, that's not so good.
Yeah, but other than that, mage
But you
spells.
get a copy in your hand.
Mage spells are good generally. Mage spells that target your opponent whenever they can, also good.
Oh, secrets, right? Also secrets. It should cast some.
I mean, if it casts some mage secrets, I think you're pretty happy.
Yeah.
And this card should just straight up be good, in my opinion.
Yep, it is good.
Yeah.
And also, since one guy asked you in chat if you played World of Warcraft and what you think about the design, I want to say something about this card. Blizzard failed horribly making this a mage card, because this card is actually a warlock.
The Solarian?
Yeah, it's a warlock, and it even has the warlock set on. It's like just miserable looking at this.
GG. Okay, next up. 2 mana reduce the cost of spells in your deck by 1.
Oh, it's not a warlock.
But it even has the set on, and in World of Warcraft in the raid, it is a warlock. Even like the Prime is a warlock pet. How is it not a warlock? Now I'm interested.
Look it up.
I know who the character is. I played warlock myself.
Reduce the cost of spells in your deck by 1. Good, right?
Okay, now I'm googling it.
Oh, we even have him in the chat. I didn't even see that.
Okay, well, 1 second. Let's go on. I mute myself for a second.
Alright, you can do this, and we're gonna. Vira and I are gonna just keep on talking about cards. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, I don't see this card at all. It looks good, but I don't see it.
I mean, this is like another example of a card that you don't put in your deck, but you will generate quite often and play it for 1 mana. Just in your Sork turn. Like either with the evocation or with Mana Cycler.
Like, I feel like this is something you randomly generate. I don't feel like this is something you play in your deck. I feel like you randomly generate it and it's good. This is like far above average for a random spell, but I don't think it's like. I don't know. I don't want to play this. I want to play cheap stuff that costs 1 anyway, and with sorcerers they cost 0 anyway. So why do I need to reduce them?
The deck they showed on stream with spells only, I don't think that works.
No, I don't think spell only decks work at all. Like, this doesn't really like seem right, but whatever. I mean,
there's some other payoff cards, I think, but still.
Like, it pays off most for expensive spells, right? The thing is also from, like, if you reduce, like, half of a Ray of Frost, the other thing is still gonna cost 1 mana. I'm still gonna want to play Source in this deck. So.
Yeah. It's interesting, though, because Mana Cheat was good in Mage, but so far we only had Sork. Maybe it, like, enables crazy combos in the future. Like, I imagine this card being insane in Wild right now.
What's insane right now is the 6 mana guy that costs everything for free, but it's Druid.
Okay, what are we talking about right now?
We're talking about this card that reduces everything, and I don't think that's good.
Makes Kaltes better, you're saying?
Yeah, but
I think Mage is
Mage
is the most interesting class so far. Like,
no, I like Druid. What?
No, like in Druid we even have an idea how to technically build a deck, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in Mage, those cards don't look useless, but they also don't look like, wow, I'm gonna build this deck. It's like Conjurer's Calling. We were like, this card could be good, but then a new deck popped up after like 2 or 3 months.
True.
And this might also be it. Maybe not this time or this expansion, but next. Like, those cards itself are powerful, but can you build a deck around it?
I don't think you build a deck around it. I think you randomly discover this. Let's go next. We have a lot of things to go, so. 2 mana 3/1 Death Rattle draw spell. It's like a super fat no for me. I'd rather play the side quest with the elementals. Wait, did any of those have an elemental tag?
No.
Damn it.
I still think this is like a playable card. Like Freeze Mage played Loot Hoarder, they would have played this.
I guess this is an upgrade on Loot Hoarder. It's actually quite significant upgrade on Loot Hoarder.
Yeah, because spells in Mage are really good.
Draws your Arcane Intellect, so if we have like a cycle-heavy Mage deck, we want to play this as well.
Okay. Alright. Convinced. I don't think it sees play. I think I'd rather play Banana Buffoon, because I want stuff that didn't start in my deck.
Oh, that cycles Banana Buffoon, right? We don't have that card yet.
Banana Buffoon rotates?
I would play Starscryer over Banana Buffoon.
No, because you want stuff that didn't start in your deck to reduce your mana giant.
Well, we have the 1 mana spell that does that. The evocation.
I think like the most important part is drawing Conjurer's Calling as soon as possible. And this helps you doing that.
Why? Why do you say that? You need to reduce the giant first before you can cast Conjurer's Calling. That's more important.
Yeah, sure, but if you have a 0 mana giant, it helps you getting there, right? It draws you. It just good. It draws your key cards. for
You said it's like important to draw Conjure Calling fast, but we don't have a target for Conjure Calling, so it's not important to draw it fast.
No,
That's what I'm saying.
I'm talking about currently, not next
Oh.
expansion, but right now. I would play this card over the other stuff. That's what I'm saying. Like right now, I would play this in Cyclone Mage if Cyclone Mage is a deck. I don't know. It's not, but
I don't. Yeah, okay. See what else we have. 3 mana, 4/5. Dormant for 2 turns when this awakens, deal 2 damage to all enemy minions.
Turn 5.
I mean, there's like no turn 3 plays in Mage, in like Arena Mage right now. This could actually be playable. But I feel like if I compare this to the... This is like a dormant minion that I can play around. And I feel like the 2 mana 5/4 in Hunter was way better. I don't see this minion at all.
Yeah, no, I don't like it.
Okay, 3 mana, Netherwind Portal. After your opponent casts a spell, summon random 4-cost minion. This always summons Ahmed, right? This is basically Ahmed Simulator.
Ahmed or Vargoth? I don't know.
is Ahmed still in the game? Yeah, it's
think-
Uldum. Yeah, it's
I think
Uldum.
this is pretty bad, actually.
I think this is one of the better secrets they have printed for Mage in a long time.
Is Kirin to a Mage back?
I mean, I guess, yeah, you can play this in a tempo-heavy deck, and then it's actually pretty good. Because it's like one of the... It's like the hardest to play around Mage Secret.
It also goes very well with Mirror Entity. Like, you play Mirror Entity, they are like, okay, I cast a spell now, but so just
Yeah.
they have to gamble which one it is, which is
Coin doesn't play around this one. I guess you're probably like if a Mage tempo deck would exist, this would probably go inside of it. But Mage has
And also
been
if
like
you-
so non-tempo, more like since Luna's Pocket Galaxy's been around. I mean, I know it rotates, but still, Mage hasn't been super tempo-y.
There has always been like aggressive tempo Mage builds, except this meta game, because the other Mage one was better.
I would be really happy about some different archetype of Mage.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see it, but Current Tor Mage is a hell of a card with this.
And we have a curve now, so you have like the 2 mana 2/3 into Current Tor Mage.
I feel like the 3 mana 3/2 is even better, actually. I guess what you can actually do is you can play... Oh wait, isn't this card just good with the 2 mana spell that draws a secret from your deck for free?
Oh yeah, you have that as well, for example.
I totally
So
forgot
you
about
can-
that card.
You can play a 4-drop on turn 2
That seems okay, actually.
sometimes.
When your opponent's on coin, it's really good for you.
Oh, that also works well with the discover spell dude,
Mhm.
right? If it
Yeah,
costs
you-
0.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm
awesome.
saying.
Yeah, that could actually work. It's one of the better secrets for that. Yeah, then it probably
And
should
you could
play.
also just put this in a Highlander Mage deck.
I mean, I guess you can
Highlander
play it together
Tempo
with
Mage.
Flame Ward or something like that. But Flame Ward and this are very asymmetric secrets. It's a 4-drop on turn 3, and that's still bad.
Well, together with another 3 drop.
Is every deck in the new meta going to be Highlander deck? I'm afraid some of them might. Because I think Druid will not be, because Druid has too much card draw. Anyway, next up. What do we have?
Yeah,
Apex is Blast, deal 5 damage. If your deck has no minions, summon a random 5-cost minion. So if you have no minions in your deck, this is a 5 mana Firelands portal.
So that's like the real payoff card to
But how do you finish or win the game? Or maybe, I don't know, it doesn't sound too bad for how I pick
Yogbox.
this blast.
Yuck box. I feel like the mage minions are too good for me not to play them.
What are the mage minions that you want to play?
Sorcerer's Apprentice, Mana Cyclone, Mana Giant, Reno, Dragoncaster, Kaligos.
Yeah, the dragon stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. Maligos. The Maligos is super sick.
I
I
feel
want to
like
play the Prime Minion for sure. I mean, that 7-drop, when it hits the board, there's no way that thing's not broken, right?
Which 7-drop?
The one that you get off your Prime.
Prime. Yeah. I think there isn't enough minion generation yet for a spell-only deck to work.
I mean, you still
But
have you
maybe
still
in the
have
future.
the 8-drop that stays in the game. And I feel like the 8 mana spell is really so much better when you cheat it out. I guess you can
Yeah.
cheat it out with a new 2 mana spell.
But you also need to play minions before turn 6.
You can
You
play
can't
this turn
just
4.
play spells. I don't know.
I mean, we can try it, but probably no. I don't think you can play a no minion deck.
Maybe you just play this in a freeze mage as another burn spell because it goes phase and you don't care about the upside.
Freeze Mage Pepilla.
Okay, let's see. Next up, 8 mana Deep Freeze, freezing enemies, summon 2 3/6 water elementals. This card's pretty cool for sure.
Compare this to the Shaman Invoke spell.
Oh yeah.
This kind of feels good. I don't know if it is.
Freeze an enemy. What if I compare this to Puck? How good is this compared to Puck?
Not good if you get 2 5/12s.
Well, it's one other spell that you can scam out on turn 6.
Alright, Dragoncaster, yummy.
That's
Double
what I'm
box,
saying.
double power
Double
of
box,
creation,
double Deep Freeze, double Puck. Yeah, your deck's gonna cost no mana at all.
So we can play double Dragoncaster, Dragon Mage with this spell, Power of Creation, and maybe
Probably
that
not.
works.
Probably not, but it sounds cool.
Probably not, no, yeah. I think Puck is better because Puck and Hyrule better. And I think the freeze of this is like relevant, but not relevant enough.
Is Power of Creation still in the game? I actually don't.
While that is true, you want to have like more than 2 Power of Creations because you always want to hit the Dragoncaster into a big spell, and I think this isn't too bad as a second option.
Reminder, the most popular deck in the meta relies on the hero attacking. You mean Demon Hunter? So you freeze the face, you play water elementals, and they never get to attack again.
Yeah, that's...
And that's very relevant.
So you think that Demon Hunter will be the most popular class?
Maybe that's not what
Or
he meant.
deck?
Maybe he means this meta. Oh, maybe he means this meta, and the most popular deck in this meta is like, I don't know what, Dragon Hunter. I don't actually know.
Rogue.
In Legend is definitely Rogue, and they don't care about face attacking. Con Leroy does that for them, but I guess Leroy's
Isn't it
gone.
Dragon Hunter?
No. The most popular deck, at least in Legend, is Galakron Rogue.
Okay, interesting. I didn't know.
Like 30% of the meta, at least according to HSV. But that's at least before the tournament.
I
Probably
mean,
like
against
in-
Dragon Hunter, it's too slow. We can agree on that.
Unless you cheat it out with Dragon. Like all these 8 mana spells,
Oh, yeah.
I don't really want to put them in my deck, but if I can play them with Dragoncaster, that seem kind of good, you know?
Yeah. That's why I think maybe double Dragoncaster deck is
And that could
the way
work.
to go with Mage in the future.
Like if I put enough expensive card in my deck, I could actually play the 2 mana spell that reduces everything. I don't quite see it yet though. They said that they tested it where it froze the entire opponent's board and then it was OP.
Yeah, that would have been really broke.
Very OP. I don't know.
2 water elementals and frost nova for 8 mana.
Dude, you never get to attack again. This is it, boys. Bye bye. Freeze all
Can
enemies.
we have Jaina back? Then they also have lifesteal.
Freeze all enemies.
You curve this into J now. Let's go.
Okay, I like this card. I think this design is sweet. I like the mage cards a lot. They look cool.
Also, I remember that Jaina used to summon, or they said it used to summon 2 water elementals, and it was too strong.
Yeah.
I mean, like, Jaina was definitely too strong with 2 water elementals. Because it's
2 water elementals protect each other, which is nice.